It's your boy Millz.
It's your boy Shann.
It's your boy Mayfield.
Here we go.
Oh my God, is that the Faces of the Future? Welcome to episode 81 of the Faces of the Future podcast. It's your boy Millz.
It's your boy Shann.
It's your boy man Some Moose. What's good?
What's good with y'all, man? It's been a minute.
Good. What's good?
What y'all been up to, man?
It's been a couple of weeks.
It's been a couple weeks. I look back to the last time we dropped a video. It feels long, but it's only been a month.
For real?
Yeah, our last break was longer.
Damn.
Maybe just because we've been doing a lot in between.
It's been a long month.
It's been a long.
Hella busy.
Yeah.
What's good with y'all, man? How y'all been?
Been good, man. Just, you know what I'm saying, growing in life, I guess you could say. I feel like that time off was a lot like a self-growth. Like, the time away from the pod, a lot of stuff happened. I feel like for all of us in general. But for me personally, like, I took on a new role, doing stuff like project management stuff, music stuff starting to take off, and boy's about to get married, so it's like a lot of stuff's going on over these next few months. So it's like I'm just in good spirits. How y'all been? What y'all been up to, man?
What you been up to, Shann?
It's been crazy, man. Like you said, a lot's been going on. I got a dog. Work's been getting busy. Getting married in 2 months.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on. It's like I've been riding a wave of like good momentum, like rolling like right into the month before my wedding, like leading up to it. So I'm just trying to just keep that going. The weather's finally starting to get nice again.
Yeah, last time you said you like the cold though. You changed your mind.
I do like the cold, but it's a different kind of vibe when the sun is out longer during the day.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like now you can take the dogs out and it's still warm. You know, it don't get darker till a little bit later. And, you know, just rolling into the spring.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
100%.
I mean, it's been crazy. NFL, NBA, the tournament.
Yeah, we'll get to the NFL. We'll get to the NFL, man. I'm sick right now. But
you know,
we'll
it's been a lot going on in everything, you know?
Nah, for real.
What's good with you, Moose? What you been up to, man?
Nothing, man. Just been growing, you know. Just been taking time to myself, starting a new position that I actually like.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a good thing.
So
That's
it's like,
important.
yeah,
It's
like,
very important.
I mean, the drive is but I mean, I actually like my job, so I don't even really care, you feel me? Like, I'm excited getting to work every day, which is, like, been, like, a first. Like, makes me like, oh, shit, like, I can't wait to get to work, learn some more, like, because I like to learn, you feel me? And it's, like, because my role is, like, ultimately what I want to do. It's, like, I'm excited because, like, oh, shit, like, I'm actually learning shit. I'm actually doing shit that, you know, that's, like, legal work now. Like, I was doing a lot more business shit, but now, like, I'm actually doing paralegal, legal shit, so I fuck with it. Other than that, just been cooling, trying to grow, do a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, yeah, I've been cooling, man.
Speaking of like going to like jobs that you like or dislike, you guys like think of a time where you had a job where like every morning it was a drag to get up, like I got to go to this joint again.
Yeah, during the pandemic when I was working at Amazon.
Yeah, I had a warehouse joint before too. That joint was not it.
I think we've all had an experience like that with a job before. That's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, until you do, you know, it takes a long time to figure out what you like as far as a job anyway. There are a lot of things that go into what makes a job a good job or a bad job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I mean, that is true, but I don't think anything really beats Amazon. Like, they're Big Brother.
What's so bad about it?
Really, TikTok's that saying about that should be crazy.
No, it's really Big Brother. Like, it's actually creepy. So it's like when you get into the warehouse, they have like, they clock everything. So it's like they know how long it takes for you to get from where you at to get to the break room to leave. So it's like if you come in, for me where I was working at, it took me literally 7 minutes to get up to my station. So it's like if I don't come in by 6:53, I'm late. And if I'm late, they count it on you. You can't use your phones, obviously. You can't do nothing. You literally just there, just doing something for 8-10 hours
Same
a
thing
day.
over and over and over again. Do you feel like a robot?
Yes, it was bad.
It's a factory.
But you see, the thing is with factories though, at least like with factories, there's a little bit of freedom. Like when you in the Amazon warehouse, you'll feel like you just, it's just creepy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, at least in a factory, it's like there's people talking to you. There, you probably won't talk to nobody unless they tell you to move.
Can you listen to music in that joint?
No.
I mean, it's a high demand like work environment. So I'm sure it's rapid pace.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You on the line, huh?
Yeah, But it's not even a line. It's like they put you in like a little,
Waiting
put you in a little section.
in the water.
No, for real. Like niggas is really
That's
waiting
what
in
it
the
probably
water.
feel like it is, huh?
Nah, when I was there, I was like, yeah, nah, this ain't it. I was like, I'll never.
I feel you. I remember when I was working in the warehouse, bro. It's not like the work was like hard. It was just repetitive, and you had to meet a certain quota every day. And if you didn't, then you fired pretty much.
It's a dead end job.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, so a lot of people do grow with Amazon though.
No, definitely. People do grow with Amazon. It's just that like the amount of work that you have to put in and like the numbers that you have to put in is ridiculous. So it's like if you're not coming in at a certain point, it's like it's kind of weird, you know.
But it's still good to have a job. Well, you know, at least where I work, a company that gives you a lot of flexibility, that has multiple locations all over the country, so it gives you that flexibility to, if you want to move, you know, you can continue to do what you're doing. It can still continue to climb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the best thing, honestly.
The reason I asked that question is because do you feel like that's a stage that all of us or most people like when they're growing up, because we talk about growth, you have to go through like a job that you may not like to get to the job that you want to have?
Yes.
You got to crawl before you walk, right?
Yeah.
You know? That just makes you more grateful when you do get that job that you enjoy doing.
Yeah,
You know
facts.
what I'm saying?
Facts. And then I just say that also because there's a lot of people, I mean, that feel like they're like too good for a certain job. But it's like, would you rather have the job that you don't really like, but you're making some type of income, or just sitting home broke all day? You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. And it's also like you got to learn work ethic.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be like Kim and be like, you need to get off your ass and work. But it's like you got to learn like the process of like what it means. All right, you need to actually put in dedication to something, even if you don't like it or if you do. Because like I'll say like that's a lot of people's problems. Because I say I had a problem with that where it's like I thought that I was above some jobs, and I'm like, bro, like you can't be above anything. Because like, you know, when push comes to shove, granted, yeah, you're gonna have your education, but if you really can't do something and your last resort is to work a factory job or to work at Amazon, like you better go take your ass over there and do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got like a family, you got things that you gotta take care of. Like if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. You feel me? So it's just like you gotta learn work ethic, because like you said, Shann, once you do get into that position that you really, really like, you're gonna be so grateful, and all the little things that you learned from working at those places that you didn't want to work at is going to pay dividends for you. You feel me?
No, I agree with that 100%.
So let me ask y'all a question: which one do you think is more important, good money or good management?
What do you mean?
We're talking about workplace.
What do you mean by good money and
Would
good
you
management?
rather have good leadership and good management in a good workplace environment, or would you rather have a toxic workplace environment but more bread?
But the management place has like less money, you're saying?
Yes.
I'll take
less
good
money.
leadership.
Yeah, I'll take good management and less money.
Because if you take because the money's never going to be worth it. It's like at the end of the day, unless you really like doing what you're doing or you really like that company for whatever reason, the money is never going to be worth it. Like there's people who make,
or if you just take the bread for the job just to get the experience.
True.
I mean, yeah,
True,
you
I
can take
guess
it
you
for
know
the
what I mean?
experience, yeah. But I mean, I'm looking at it as if you in a place with good leadership, a good leader, a place with good management is going to provide you opportunities to grow anyways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people who are really good leaders are going to see something in you. Like I'll take me for example. Like I work for a law firm, obviously, and I work in the office of one of the partners of the firm. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's not even on some like he's just there to talk or whatever. Like he actually like takes his time out to talk to me. Like the paralegals take their time out to talk to me and actually like, all right, like this is what we doing. This is how we do stuff. This is how we want to do it. This is what this is, and this is how you have to learn. And why that helps me is because obviously like when I do go to school, it's going to be a situation now where it's like, all right, like I already kind of have an idea of what I'm getting myself into outside of school and while I'm in school, because I'm already kind of familiar with terms. And it's like, it helps you grow at the end of the day. Because let's not even say I decide not to go to school. I still have certain experiences for me to go somewhere else and take those skills, whether if it's learning how to just talk to people in the office workplace, just learning how to be humble and learn stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, you also have to be teachable. And that's the biggest thing. So it's like, if you in there and you teachable in a place with good leadership, you're going to grow, you know? So
I also prefer good leadership.
Yeah.
I like a good workplace environment.
I love a good workplace environment. It makes
That's
you
so
enjoy.
good for morale.
That's part of like Moose was saying in the beginning of the conversation, is just waking up and being excited to go to your job every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you don't got to stress about, oh, I got to deal with this person today, or I got to deal with this task, or it's a toxic environment. Anytime, I guess you could say, an employee or just somebody that's even in the workplace has a environment where it probably feels toxic, you're probably not gonna get the best out of them anyway. So I think the money doesn't suffice if the work's not going to be good anyway. So
that's what happened to my last job. I mean, it wasn't good pay, but it was also a terrible workplace. Like,
Yeah.
the stuff that I was doing last time, like, I was just handling hella bread for a law firm, and I'm just like, bro, like, there's no reason why I'm staying here till 11 o'clock doing stuff, and I'm only coming in once a month. Granted, it was pandemic, but it's like there's no reason why I'm staying till 11.
11 p.m.
Yes.
What time did you get in there?
7.
Nah, son.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Did you get overtime?
yeah, I mean, I got the overtime, but it's like, but it's not even about the, it's not even about the
You was
overtime.
eating on those days.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing.
Nice little check.
But that's my thing.
Nice little
It's a little check. Don't get me wrong. I was
That
like,
day,
yeah.
you was eating that day.
Oh yeah, nah, my check was.
11 day, nigga.
Oh nah, my
11? That's like 6+ hours of overtime.
Oh,
That's
yeah, nah,
crazy.
for a
Time and a half.
Yeah,
All right, I'll do that once a month.
yeah.
Respect.
Nah, but still, though, it was just like, it was like, for me, I'm just
Like,
like, bro, like, I'm not trying to be here because I got things to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got other things that I had plans to do. Like, you know, even us recording here, like, there'll be times, all right, yeah, nah, you're staying here till 6, or you have to stay overtime. You're not leaving till you finish. I'm like, bro, like, it's like 10 o'clock and I'm still here doing all this stuff for y'all. And it's like, I'm the only one doing
It
it.
has to be a balance.
Yeah,
has
I'm
to
like,
be a
bro,
balance.
like,
With
to be a
100%.
balance.
yeah, if every single time I'm coming here and I'm staying overtime, like, yeah, the money's cool, but after a point in time, it's like, bro, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Would you be the only one in the office?
Yes, there'll be time. It'll be me, probably some of the other lawyers doing whatever, and then like around 5, 6 o'clock, this the sanitation workers coming. I'm like, bro, like I don't got time for this, bro.
They had you on the intern work shift.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That job was not it, bro.
I can understand like if you were like working on a case with somebody and you were staying and like look at files, but you were just in there doing numbers.
I was nigga at the end of the totem pole. So,
Filling out
like, I'm like,
bottom of the
yeah,
totem pole?
no,
filling
and
out
whatever.
Excel spreadsheets and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm filling out the Excel worksheets. I'm
Yeah.
sending out all the bread to all the like. I'm seeing Walmart give us like $500,000 worth of checks and shit
Yeah.
like that. I'm like, bro, like I have to send all this out. Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
and
it's
if
me.
stuff don't get done on time, they coming back to you.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro,
Like I told you to do this.
And then if you don't even send the money right, don't get me started, bro.
What happens if you don't send the money right?
Bro, they have a fit. There was a time I only messed up at that firm once, and that was when
Yeah.
I first started. I sent a check to the wrong company because they switched. Bro, when I tell you, bro,
How
it
you
was
send a check to the wrong company?
no, because
bro?
no. So what happened was that it was a foreign firm,
Yeah.
and they changed their name. They're very similar. Like if you saw it, you'd be like, all right, like anybody would have gotten that confused.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I accidentally sent this check out. I processed it here. The way that they called me like 4 times that day, bro. They're like, yo, that should never happen again. And my boss is a lady. She pregnant. All this. I'm like, bro, like I'm looking at.
What
like,
the
sis,
company
relax.
say that you sent the bread to?
No, they just emailed them. They got the money back, but it was just like it was a situation.
I would have
like,
kept that joint.
You can't.
True.
I was in charge of the wires. I had all the checks. Bro,
Yeah.
if I wanted, bro, the Nigerian in me was coming out. I was like, huh,
What you mean you was about to you was about to
What, you about to start
you
scamming?
was about to start scamming?
bro, the
Man.
Nigerian in me,
Be
bro.
real people.
if
I'm
you-
good off that. The scam. That's like
bro. I had like at least like 8 million. I was looking at
Wasn't
$8
it
million, bro. Like I wasn't going to do it, but when you have 8 million, you're like, yo,
No,
I just wonder.
when you see certain numbers in front of you, sometimes like you can be like, damn.
nah, bro.
That's
They
a
keep a
lot of
track of that
bread.
account and it'll come right back to you.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure, definitely. But I'm just saying, like when you see that
Be
money,
done.
no, definitely. Like you see that type of money in the bank account, oh nah.
That's a
It's-
fact.
It's all good though.
What else? What's been happening since we've been away though? What's been happening? There's some stuff that you want to talk about. What you want to start off with, Moose?
I want my flowers.
Flowers for what?
What?
Everything.
Where do we start? Let's tell us what you need your flowers for.
Everything,
God.
bro.
Everything.
Everything that I've said is come to pass. No, I'm joking. But
Yeah, big joking.
no, I'm not though.
So start.
No, okay, so I'm giving myself my flowers. All right, so when I gave Childish Gambino his flowers last time,
yeah.
who came up in conversation recently? Donald Glover.
Okay.
What else was I about to say?
Is that all you wanted your flowers for?
No, there was something
that
else.
was the
No,
big-
no, my mind just went blank.
That was the big reveal.
No. Not even. My mind literally just went blank.
You said that was the big reveal.
That was it.
Chance's big day had a
Ta-da.
Oh,
Ta-da. Nah, my mind went blank. No, I just think that let me not just say me. I think that we've said a lot of things and we've had a lot of conversations on here, and I think that people have been coming to those conversations late, and we've been doing that a lot. And I'll bring it up: Tyler Perry, Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion. Who else?
You want to talk about Meg Thee Stallion?
No. All I'm gonna say is that
Why not?
because when it come out, I'm gonna just sit here like this.
Why don't you want to talk about like what's been happening as of late?
Because the reality of the situation, like, there's nothing to really talk about because like we knew she was lying. Like, and I said it. The cis, like. I'm not trying to be on some.
What a funny situation it's been, bro. When did that happen? Was that 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago. Dang.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Because we was recording in my room still back then when that joint happened.
Nah, facts.
But
That was forever ago.
that's what I'm saying. She just, like I said, she lied. She also beat up her boyfriend. She also beat on her boyfriend. Nobody said nothing. She has a tendency to take her friends' niggas or pull up on her friends' niggas. And I was saying all that.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But hey, it's none of my
We
business.
still talking about that shit too.
That's what I'm saying. It's wild. But yeah.
It's a weird time, man. What's been going on with COVID? Have y'all been hearing anything?
No,
bro. You know,
bro. When we were in Austin, bro, that joint was non-existent.
Nah.
Like,
I just feel like it's not even really being talked about that much anymore.
It's not. I was telling my mom the other day. I was like, "Yo, ever since like stuff kind of went back up, the war stuff happened. Like you haven't really heard anything about COVID-19 at all.
At all.
Like they limited like the type of like what's it called, the test you have to get to travel outside the country, things of that nature. So it's like it's non-existent. Like it does. Like I don't know. Like it's just not talked about
People
anymore.
still die. I mean, people still getting and dying.
I'm not gonna say it's non-existent.
But, like,
I'm talking about non-existent in the media. I'm saying
It's not running rampant anymore. I think. I don't know.
maybe just not reporting anymore.
People are not reporting any because people are getting vaccines and people are not.
Everybody's
Going on,
getting,
yeah.
Everybody's getting vaccinated.
Nobody really cares anymore.
We was out like for my birthday when we was out like non-existent.
Yeah.
We was in the mix, non-exist. Like if COVID were to spread, that would have been the situation.
Right.
But, nah, bro. People were partying like it's 1985. Like nothing. What's COVID?
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But you know. But Shann, did you watch Top Boy?
I did.
You finished it?
You finished it?
No.
Oh damn!
What?
What episode you on?
I heard y'all talk about it. Episode 3.
Of the new season?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so you good then?
Yeah.
All right,
So
you
can
good
we
then.
talk about it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
You don't
then.
care if we like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't care.
All right, bet. So
I mean, y'all told me to watch it, so I started watching. You said
facts.
Hold on. First off, is it good?
It took me a minute to get into it at first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you watch the?
You didn't watch the older ones though, did you?
Started from the season 1.
Okay, all right. All right,
You see, he didn't watch the old.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you didn't watch the old ones, then all right.
It's all good though. You
Yeah.
can still talk about it
The
though.
production is fantastic.
No, facts.
Oh, yeah,
facts,
definitely.
Facts.
Is that what y'all mean? Like the production is phenomenal.
No, it's
We're
great.
talking about the series in general. Just
I
like the
mean, I
content.
like it.
I think it's solid.
It's a different side of it's a different side of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why.
Where do you think? I know they're different shows, but in all these types of shows, like when you have the Power, you have like Snowfall, you have Top Boy. Where do you rank?
I just want to say real quick, like it's crazy to like see a show like that and then you see like Maverick Carter, like on the
Oh
bottom.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That is nuts.
Man, like all these like even like musicians they're really starting to be big into production.
100%.
Everybody's opening their own production companies,
Yeah.
podcasting companies. Like it's just crazy to see those things now
It's
on Netflix.
No,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
For sure. No, it's fire.
because
You know they're getting a crazy check for that.
because he executive produced it. I think.
Yeah,
Right.
because I think Drake kind of pulled some strings and pulled him on. So
For sure. Because does Drake have his own media company?
no, it was just Aubrey Graham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Mav and LeBron's with the Spring Hill company, right? That's their
Yeah.
media.
That's their company.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But yeah, nah, I like the show. I think that why I appreciate it so much, taking the UK.
That's why you love it.
No, not even that. Like,
That's why you love it.
no.
You think he's top boy?
Like,
You want to live that life.
no, not even. Not even. No, not even.
You be seeing yourself in them, right?
No.
He thinks he's Duchesne. He thinks he's Duchesne walking through the street.
No,
You think he's the top boy.
no.
You think he's
No,
the top
for real,
boy.
for real. But what I appreciate,
Right, though, you feel me?
nah, but
When I tell you, when I first started watching, I said, yo,
That's Toby
no wonder moves like this show, bro.
He think that's him.
nah. The best scene. No, wait.
That's the lifestyle that he think he living.
Nah, the best scene. The
As
best.
soon as I started watching, I said, oh, okay, this makes sense.
Nah, the best scene.
This makes sense.
The best scene in the whole show, and my favorite scene in the whole show was when Jamie and Deshane met for the first time.
Yeah.
After they kidnapped the white lady, and he was like, yeah, you're talking to the ZTs. He was like, ZTs, what is that? Rubber duckies and bubble bops, bro. I lost it, son. That nigga is a clown. But nah.
It's a good show.
No, it's a good show, and I'll say this. Like I said, taking the UK bias out of it, what I appreciate about the show 100% is that it's about drugs, but it's more so about like you kind of see the other side of the drug dealers from an actual a human standpoint, where it's like when you watching them, besides Modi, whatever, but like besides some of the characters, you really kind of you can't be mad at any of the characters.
You can't because they make them human.
Yeah, and that's what the best thing about it is.
Trying to survive.
It's like when you see shows, obviously like Power, you see like Snowfall. Like obviously they do a little bit of dramatizing, but it's like I like Top Boy because it's like even though there is the drama aspect of it, it still makes everybody human. Like you see Jamie as ruthless as he is.
That's what I was about to say.
As ruthless as Jamie is,
that shit hurt my
the moment
soul.
the moment he sees his brothers, he's a completely different dude. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
When Deshane sees his mom,
yeah, completely
different guys. When Sully, ruthless nigga. Once he sees his daughter, once he's around his baby mom,
whole demeanor changes.
Different.
No, that's facts.
That's what I love about the show, because it's like it really shows like, all right, like everybody's not all killers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has their soft points. Everybody has their things that they're dealing with that ultimately brings them to doing those things. You know what I'm saying?
Who's your favorite character? Like, what character do you like the most out of Top Boy from this season? I guess you could say
season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack. Okay. Oh, Jack by a long shot.
Why Jack?
One, I think that in terms of them fleshing out her character, they kind of showed Jack's growth in terms of her speaking up more, her being honest.
Yep.
Her also being truly loyal to both her sister and Deshane and Sully.
And she took more initiative this season too.
Yeah, she took more initiative.
Like do shit on her own. You feel me?
Because that's what I liked.
Like the older seasons, she was more so just waiting back to take orders. You feel me?
Yeah.
This one, like you said, she took more of a role that, you know what I'm saying, she stepped up.
Yeah, and that's the best, and that was the best thing about it. And it's like I think like I was telling you, like they really flushed out all the characters this season in terms of like showing the other side. Like I think Jack and the girl, why can't I think of her name right now? Jack's sister. Why can't I think of her name?
I can't think of her name right now.
But nah, they played the hell out their roles. Like they played the hell out their roles. And Sully
is ruthless.
Do y'all like our generation's like drama shows and like shows like our, you know, what's our Sopranos? You know, what's what are our generation's iconic shows?
That's a good question. All right, let's stay on this.
That is a good question.
Generation.
You consider Power one of our
yes
generational shows?
Yes.
Everybody, that's like one of the things like everybody's watching Power.
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
But Game of Thrones ended bad. I didn't watch, but I heard it ended bad.
It did. You didn't watch it? So
I tried to get into it.
I was a late bloomer
I gotta get to it.
to Game of Thrones.
I tried.
It's on HBO, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna just start. I'm glad I haven't started because I could just binge if I want to.
Game of Thrones is incredible.
I tried.
I heard. I tried to watch the first or second episode. Like it's slow, but once you get into it, I heard it's like
it's slower than Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was super slow. Breaking Bad's one of the shows our generation.
Is that our generation? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
No, it's slower than Breaking Bad. And I forced myself to get to like episode 5. So like,
What else is in our generation though besides that?
Well, The Wire isn't ours.
The Wire's not ours.
We were kids.
That's before us. That's before us.
What a great show that was.
Actually, let me not shamelessly plug him, but I was gonna say Atlanta, but let me not shamelessly plug.
Were you guys Degrassi fans?
Yeah.
When we was kids, yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Nickelodeon had a whole run.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Those are like shows in our era.
Definitely.
But you talking about adult dramas?
Yes.
Degrassi was definitely an adult drama. Kids nowadays cannot watch Degrassi that we had.
True.
You can't watch any of the shows.
That's a fact.
Yeah. You can't even watch SpongeBob.
Facts. Yeah. No,
that's I'm like, yo, when I watch it, I'm like, yo, this show was made. This is an adult show.
Yeah,
that's what
animated,
and that's what I appreciate about that's why I don't like this generation's cartoons now, because it's like you can't really. They wrote their shows. So that's
people
a
love
go
like
back.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I forgot about Sons of Anarchy.
Never watched.
Have you watched the Vikings?
Mm-mm.
Gotta watch that joint. I'm trying to think what else.
30 for 30.
30 for 30. No, the Orange is the New Black is probably one too.
Okay, yeah.
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
It was gonna be House of Cards, so Kevin Spacey's dumbass.
House of Cards is one of my favorite
and
shows,
Kevin Spacey ruined that whole damn show because he wanted to be a perv.
What about movies? Avengers.
American Gangster.
Is that our generation?
American Gangster? Why would it not be our
Yeah,
generation?
it is. I guess.
I mean, the
We were
Avengers,
still
yeah.
kids.
All the
Yeah,
Marvel
it is.
joints, I guess, for the most part.
Yeah.
That's because that's the most cinematic. You know, Wolf on Wall Street.
That was an iconic movie for sure.
Wolf on Wall Street was definitely it.
Do you think he gets his just due?
Who?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I mean, he got his Oscar.
Hell yeah.
He got his Oscar, so he
People
good.
love Leo.
But
nah,
he should have had way
he's
more.
very
He should
versatile.
have way more though. I think.
He should, but he got his one now. So now everybody's
But the
like,
one that he got it for wasn't even one of his strongest.
That's what I'm
movies.
trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. He should never got.
And he wasn't
I
even
said
really in that movie like that.
No, The Revenant.
Yeah,
Yes, he was.
he was, but for the most
wasn't
part,
doing nothing,
Yeah,
though.
that was my
Leonardo-
my thing. He should never gotten his Oscar for
That
The
wasn't
Revenant.
his one, and he should have got his Oscar.
That's what I'm trying to
for.
say.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That was
actually
still a
pissed
good
me off.
movie.
Yeah, but I was just
What
like,
he do the whole movie? Not a guy.
Not to the end.
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, it's probably hard to do. I get why he got it,
I don't.
but that's brother. What he was? Could you do that for a whole?
No, but I'm saying I'm looking at it from
He
the
got
standpoint
mauled by a
of
bear.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
who else was in the. I don't remember who else was in that
I don't even
category
remember
that
a
year.
movie like that, to be honest.
You're right. That's a good.
I don't
point.
remember. I don't remember who else was in that category that year, but it was a weak category. So it was like he was bound to win.
So he won it by default.
By default,
Yeah, like it was almost like, come on now, he ate a real life heart. You know what I'm saying? It was just like,
yo, if you had to do that, would you eat a heart?
no.
Like, that's your last resort.
I would do whatever. I
You're
had to do to
on an
survive.
island. You're on an island.
I would do whatever I had to do to survive.
It's you and the bear. You ate all the bear. The last thing that's left is the heart for you to.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna eat
I'm
it.
eating that joint, bro. You're not eating it.
Nah, y'all niggas different.
You're not eating
Nigga,
the
you
heart.
gonna eat it too if you desperate.
Is you desperate,
Nigga, I'm not desperate, nigga.
bro? You on an island by yourself,
Nigga, I pledged. I can
It's
survive
you-
3 weeks without food.
bro. You don't know when you don't know when your next meal coming.
Nigga, I'm going fishing.
All right,
I'm
bro.
pescatarian, nigga.
So you're not biting the heart,
No, nigga. I'm pescatarian.
man. I just.
Anyway,
All right, I got a question for y'all.
Uh-huh.
Chris dropped it in our chat. Would you rather have somebody hand you $2 million cash or get 4K for the rest of your life, a week?
$2 million.
2 million, you get 2 million cash right now, or 4K for the rest of your life.
Because 4K adjusted is going to be 4K with the inflation or 4K without the inflation. So you're not really getting 4K over the course of time.
What you mean?
you mean every day for the rest of my life?
Every week?
For the rest of my life?
Yeah.
The four racks.
That's what I said. nigga.
Ah,
You're not taking 4 racks a week.
taking 2 mil, bro.
I'm taking a
You
residual.
taking $2 million at one time?
I'm taking a residual.
I can get 280 million though. So
It's not going.
280,000
It's not going to be. It's not going.
Keep building
It's
that.
not. It's
Bro,
not gonna-
but you
it's
just
not
know at any
gonna
point in
be
time
that.
you can blow through that 2 mil, right?
I don't know. I'll take the longevity of the bread.
No, knowing that you have bread come in every single week, you don't have to worry about nothing. 4 racks, I'm good.
I take the 2 mil.
4 racks a week, what's that?
You said for the rest of your life. What if you die tomorrow?
What if you buy tomorrow with the 2 mil?
I was a millionaire. Nigga,
So what?
nigga, you die a millionaire versus I
Man,
die with 4K coming
honestly,
in.
bro,
Nah, I'm taking the
being,
2 mil.
honestly, being a millionaire isn't all cracked out to be like crazy.
Yeah,
Well, nah, definitely, but it's like
that's
saying-
your justification for that. You want to die? It's just to say you were a millionaire.
No, but what I'm
cares?
saying is that you could take the 2 mil and you could do everything you need to do with that 2 mil and put it out accordingly. But the 4K for the rest of your life, you don't know when you're gonna die. So I would take the money immediately now and do what I have to do.
I could potentially getting 4K a week for another 50 years. I'll take my.
I'll take my chances.
All right.
I'll take my chances with
I'll
that.
take that. I'm 27 years old. Like, I'll take my chances with the 4 racks.
I'll take my chances with
Every
God and the
week.
universe, and then put me in the right direction, healthy,
You know what I mean?
strong.
That
you know
2
what I'm
million
saying?
probably be gone soon in a couple years.
I mean, that 2 million will keep me alive for the rest of my life. Just pay a good doctor. But anyways, yeah.
Dud.
All right, so let's have some serious topics here.
What you got for us?
Major topic.
Bring it up.
Ketanji Brown Jackson, Supreme Court nomination.
Let's talk about it.
What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I was watching. First, I want to talk about what do you think about Cory Booker's.
Corey was okay, so Corey started being Corey. That's all I gotta say on that. And you know exactly what I mean when I say that.
What you mean?
Corey was fine, but then Corey started being. You know exactly what I mean when I say that. Corey started being Corey. I was like, all right, Corey. Like, I'm like, I get it. I get where you're coming from, but I was like, all right, you're doing too much now.
All right, so I mean, you the one that wanted to talk about it. How do you feel about it?
About the nomination?
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about it.
Why though? Like, what are your pros and cons about it though?
So, I'm happy that she's there. It's great. But my issue and where my issue is going is I just have a problem, and it's something that I've noticed that we do as people. It's the representation conversation, right? And
I'm interested now.
So my thing is with it is that I'm happy that we have a black woman as a Supreme Court judge. First black woman ever. Congrats. Like, I'm happy for it. But my thing is that I don't like the fact that we're trying to force a narrative that it has to be a black woman. Granted, I understand we've never had one. But I don't want it to be a black woman because of the fact of I feel like now because she's there, we as the culture are going to try to have a lot of unsaid and unbeknownst standards onto her that she needs to keep.
Like what?
I'm just saying, I was thinking about this. Like, for example, I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not saying that this is the situation. Let's say Roe v. Wade was there. There's a case that was trying to cite Roe v. Wade, and they took Supreme Court. If she now votes against whatever situation that is, and she says Roe v. Wade wouldn't apply in this case, and that leads to a whole big situation, we as African Americans are going to condemn her because she's a black woman. And I guess what I'm trying to say about that is I don't want it to be a situation where we continue to have black women or just even black people in general having to sit here and continue to be held to a standard when I feel like they should just be able to enjoy the fruits of their labor and do the work that they want to do because they've earned the right to be there, not because of the fact of they have to do stuff for the people. If what I'm saying makes sense.
So you're pretty much saying that she's going to be held to like an unruly standard that she won't be able to live up to?
Yeah, like I feel like people have unnecessarily high expectations for her to change all this stuff.
I think that's just the world we live in.
Yeah, I think that's anybody that's won a first. Like think about when Obama went to office. We thought like a whole bunch of different stuff was gonna happen. Like think about it. It was the same. Like we had like this crazy like thought process. Like all this stuff was gonna get moved. The needle's gonna move the crazy amount.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that in reality. At all. But now I get what you're saying when it comes to that, like to the standard that they hope. But like Shann said, I feel like that's just the world we live in, especially when it comes to something like this.
I see where you're coming from now.
But I still do think the representation. So I'm still a firm believer that representation does matter, and when it comes to something like this, like even just having a black woman in this position is huge. Whether she does the best job in the world or whether she doesn't do the best job in the world, I feel like it's important.
It's a big deal.
It's great. I mean, I just don't want it to be another situation like with Kamala Harris where we're kind of just brushing over stuff because she did say some stuff that was very.
Well, I agree with that.
No, of course.
She said some things that I thought were very, very. I don't want to say alarming, but my eyebrows definitely raised to the back of my head when she said some of those things. Especially
just because somebody's black doesn't mean you have to agree with everything.
Exactly.
Oh no, for sure,
100%.
But my thing is that her conversation when they were talking about sex offenders and that we should provide a certain amount of grace and we shouldn't be harsh on their sentencing because they're still human and it damages their lives. And it's like, I'm looking at them like, bro, like, where's this rhetoric coming from? Like, no. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because and for me now, this is my unbeknownst representation standard. So, as I say all the time, we talk about how black boys get sexually abused a lot. You know what I'm saying? So now when you have these situations where let's say a black boy gets sexually abused, now if that's your grandson, God forbid, if that's your relative, God forbid, you're gonna try to give them a harsh sentence because that's your grandchild or that's your family member.
Well, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So now my thing is that like now you have to put yourself in a position where it's like, yo, like you have to. I understand the whole grace thing, but you also have to use common sense because these people
common sense.
No, use common sense, bro. Like because most of those Supreme Court judges don't use common sense sometimes, but that's none of my business. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that like
politics as a whole,
it's very alarming to me that she said that because now it makes me think.
It's a good bucket.
It just makes me think. It just makes me think about what she could potentially do. I get where she's coming from, but
do you think do you just wish she would be harsher on things of that nature? Is that what you're trying to say? Or?
Yeah, because there's just some things that you have to take the like taking this sex offender thing a little bit, going down this hole, for example, like there was a situation I had because I work at the gym part time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple of sex offenders that go to our gym, right? Some things happen. Nobody was touched or anything like that, but things happened, right? The guy who owns the gym, he's like, he tried to talk to the police. The police said they can't do anything about it unless a file is reported from the said person, because now if they come in or if we ban him from the gym, we're now discriminating on him because he's still technically a minority. And my thing is that, like, if you did something crazy,
how does that make sense though?
They're counted as a minority. I don't know. That's my thing. It's like, think about it. They broke the law, right? They're a sex offender, but now it's almost like we can't punish you for.
How do you know that they are? They have to.
Do they have to report it to you when you come into the gym? Is that like something that they have to report?
No, they looked it up. Stuff happened. People got to talking. They knew who he was. The situation happened. Was like, oh
man.
Do you think gyms should know if somebody's a sex offender?
Yes.
Do you think that should be like a thing? Like,
yes, because that is particularly the reason why we have this conversation. Like, I'm looking like, granted, he cool. Like, I've talked to him before, but I'm like, bro, like, some of the stuff that I heard you was doing when I'm not, like, you
got to keep your eye on people like that.
Yeah.
But that's my thing, though. You can't do nothing about that.
That's also just the world we live in. Shit. I want to know where that person is.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Do you think... See, that's my thing. I want to ask you this, though, because we know we talked about this in the past about, like, somebody doing their time and then shouldn't be able to, like, get a second chance of life. They get out, you feel me? If they did their time for whatever it may be. So something like this is something they live on with forever. Do you think that's part of the consequence, or do you think that someone can grow from what they did when it comes to that?
It's part of the consequence, because there's also certain rules in place that you can't live within certain miles or areas,
like
of
schools,
parks, and stuff like that. Which I think like that should be.
Of course, I agree 100%.
Messing with kids, so
for a fact,
that kind of stuff I think you should be on the registry for forever.
Yeah, if you rape, sexually abuse people,
I agree.
You have to pay your consequences.
To be honest, that shit happens a lot more often than it's even talked about.
Yeah.
So it's better known that those people are, known, and you're made aware of who you're living around if you live near that person.
No, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
That's my thing, because I just like...
That's something that you have to, like, think about when you look up, like, when you're going to thinking about where you want to have a house and raise your kids. Like, you got to, like, look that kind of shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I would even think, like, if we do something like that for a gym, like, what about, like, when you go to, like, a bar or something like that? Like, that, I feel like if that's a place that should have it, too.
So you're saying, like, if you have it one place, you have to have it everywhere?
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm just asking. Yeah,
like, you're saying, like, well, you can't.
Like, this, because there's certain places. It's pick and choose, because there's a lot of places that stuff like this could go down. Like, a gym's one place, because, you know what I'm saying? It's like, even though it shouldn't be a place that happens, but stuff like that happens all the time. Bars, you feel me? Anywhere. So it's like.
Predators out there just watching.
I think it should be known. But it's kind of hard, because in the same sentence, you never want to just
single somebody out. But people have to live their lives. Yeah, I get it. But with certain crimes,
but that's part of the consequence. You know that when you do the crime that you do.
Yeah, like violating someone, like that kind of crime. I think people should be.
That's why I'm saying, and it's like treating them as a minority. I get what they're coming from, but it's like, bro, like,
of course you're the minority, because not everybody wants to do that.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just looking, I'm like, bro, nah, like you, like, because my boss was telling me, I'm like, bro, no, like, especially from the stuff that I'm hearing from what's happening, like, no, it don't get to work like that. Like, you don't get to be borderline creepy, and then now we can't do nothing to you because it counts as discrimination. Like,
see, that's what I don't get about.
Yeah, your hands are tied at that point.
I don't get that about like isn't your job like a job at a private corporation, or is it like a public like thing? Can't they do whatever they want though when it comes to situations like that?
It's a private corporation, so it's like.
So is it like if they want to kick them out, can't they just kick them out?
Because now, why else would they be kicking them out? Let's say they
because
sue.
You're being creepy.
No, but let's say he sues. It's like, okay, like the situation. It wasn't him, but one situation, dude was recording a girl doing squats.
People are weird, bro.
It's weird.
People are weird.
But we checked him. Obviously, we kicked him out. But I'm saying, like, at that same time, it's like if he came back to sue, it's like, and he was a sex offender. It's like,
fucking
okay,
women, man, can't even go to the gym and work out.
That's weird.
So somebody can sue for if you kick them out for being weird and recording somebody while they're squatting.
And if you were a sex offender, let's say for example you were a sex offender. Let's not even bring that in, because obviously you get kicked out for that because that's harassment. But let's say you were a sex offender, you just got kicked out because you were a sex offender. Mm-hmm. They can sue you and be like, yeah, I'm being discriminated against because I'm a sex offender.
I get that. I understand that point though. I understand, like saying you're just kicking somebody because they're a sex offender, or they didn't do anything.
That's why your hands are tied.
Yeah, I get what you mean now. I get
you
what you
have
mean
to have
now.
proof that he did something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I get that. At first, I thought it was like he did something, and then you brought that up. You're like kicking him out, and like, oh, now I'm gonna come back and sue him. Like that makes zero sense. If that's how that plays off.
Nah,
a couple of them dudes did a couple weird things, but I'm not even gonna get into that topic. But speaking of that,
What?
I saw this annoying Twitter topic.
What's the topic? Is something you put in the chat?
It was.
Okay.
So what is
the age thing?
Yeah.
Ask the question. So I don't really care for it, but ask the question.
No. Because I have a interesting perspective.
I'm sure you do. That's the question.
Why you saying like that?
Because I know he does.
Is it wrong for a 19-year-old to date an older man, or is it wrong? Let's say
a 19-year-old woman or
19-year-old woman
or a 19-year-old man.
19-year-old woman.
Okay, is it weird for her to date older?
Yeah, is it weird for a 25-year-old man to pursue a 19-year-old woman?
I think so.
To me, absolutely.
Why?
Because me personally, you're
25.
All right, put it this way. So like in this stage, I would want somebody. Me personally, I just want somebody that can go out and do things we want to do. You feel me? Like 19, you can't even step out on the scene. Yeah. You can't do nothing. And then on top of that, it's just like I feel like your maturity level is not there yet. Like you're fresh out of high school.
Okay.
I've been not even that. She's still a teenager.
That's what I'm saying.
25.
That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you know what I'm saying? I'm giving you a list of all the reasons that it's like I just think it's
just weird.
I know there's guys that think there's nothing wrong with it because you just say, oh, you're of age, whatever it may be. But me, it's just I don't know. I don't feel like I can just hang out with an 18-year-old.
So a lot of the ladies said that, right? And I thought about this, and I saw someone else tweet it. So now, if that's the case, right? Why is it that women would be so in support of young girls being strippers or starting an OnlyFans or being sex worker? Because now if you young enough to, because 18, 19, you're old enough to be sexual in sex work. You can be a stripper at 18 and nobody will say nothing to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like my thing is now if you go to a club or a strip club and she 18, what's the difference between me throwing dollars and smacking ass on an 18-year-old?
But do you know when you going in there, do you know she's that age?
But that's my thing though. But even
you don't know.
We may not know as the consumer, but the pimp may know.
Yeah, you said the pimp.
Whoever.
Of course they do. They don't care. They about the dollar though. That's different.
But that's my thing though.
That's not the same. You talking about willingly dating somebody that's 19 and going into a strip club where there might be an 18-year-old stripper.
But there's still. But okay, so let's take out the stripper argument. Let's even say, all right, you're still going, and woman is said sex worker. Like you can be a sex worker at 18, 19.
Okay.
Women don't. Let me not say women. There's women and some men who don't find the issue with that.
There's a lot of people that don't. But that's. I feel like. Like I said, everybody has
to it.
Yeah, there's people that are into it. There are people that aren't. Everybody has preference. I think that's what that is. Okay. You feel me?
What do you
think about it?
You already heard me last season. What was it last season?
Nah, I want to hear you brought it up. I want to hear what you think. About it.
I think it's weird because for me, I just need a certain level of intelligence and a certain level of experience. Like I'm not talking about sex. I'm just talking about in general, just in life. Like, what do I have to relate with a 19?
That's what I was gonna say. What do you have in common?
I don't know what we can talk about.
That's the point I was getting. I was like, what do you?
You're like you've already been through so much when you get to age 25. Versus like
he looked to the side. He said, what do I want to talk to you about?
like you've been through a lot once you get to that point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You like been
age quite a bit, body changing,
everything like
mental changing.
You're in like you're real like the beginning of your real adult phase, like real adult phase. Versus somebody that's fresh out of high school, like. What are we doing?
Can you talk about how adult life kicks your ass when you get out of college? Like that first year.
Not even, man. Even still, bro.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like that first year where you really just, you know what I'm saying, you really on your own.
It's weird.
It's like
it's a weird time.
You know what I'm saying? You fresh out. You think everything goes smooth. Got the degree.
You don't know shit.
Life just comes and give you a left hook.
Depends on what you did in school. Depends on what you did and networks you made and what you studying, bro.
Yeah, but it's like.
But still, it's adjustment though.
Yeah,
it's an adjustment phase, and it's not. I don't think it's easy.
But isn't that like that's like every part of life? Same thing from going to high school to college, from fucking elementary school to high school, middle school to high school.
But when you look at it, yes, it's the same. It's leveling up, but it's like when you get to that age when you're like out of college and you're like. You're paying your bills on your own. You do all this stuff on your own. You realize when you were growing up, all this stuff that your parents shielded you from that you didn't realize that you had to worry about. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's like as you get older, you start to like understand them more.
Mm-hmm.
you understand why they do the things they do or did the things they did, and you have a little, I guess you say even up more respect for them, because it's like, all right, damn.
Now you have to make decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to decide how to move about shit. You have to figure shit out.
Yep.
You have to work shit out.
I say this all the time. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I say this all the time. Life's all about making decisions and perspective, man.
Yeah, you have to go through
perspective and
shit.
making decisions, bro.
You have to go through shit, man, and just constantly learn from each lesson. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Cause shit be crazy out here, bro. This adult life is no fucking joke. Rent.
Yeah. No, and I said
insurance.
No one is coming to save you.
Like your fucking bills.
And that, yeah.
If your bills ain't paid,
It's
they're
on
cutting
you.
They're cutting your
It's
shit
on
off.
you. And that's what you realize. It's like
you gonna be in the
do
crib
nothing.
freezing or hot as hell.
Can't do nothing
at all. And does that also kind of like when you're in this stage now that we're in, like I complain about a lot less, I feel like, because I feel like, and I'm more thankful for a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that is because like when I was navigating, all of us were navigating, like we kind of like have like a little crutch in our parents. They're, you know what I'm saying? They're well off enough that if we need help, we can get help from them, whatever it may be. But yeah, immediately. Imagine the people that don't have that. They're trying to navigate this space.
That's what my parents tell me a lot,
Yeah.
bro. They be like when we was your age, we didn't really have this.
Yeah, bro. And
You
they
know what I'm
just
saying?
and they just
like,
making shit
and
happen.
that's a perspective for them, and also why they get so frustrated at times. I feel.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because like they're thinking to themselves like, oh, if I was you in your position, I wouldn't fuck anything up. It's what they think sometimes. I feel, which is not true, because I mean, I always feel like everybody fucks up.
Everybody does.
And you just have to let people go through their fuck ups.
Yep.
And just be there for them, no matter what age it is.
It's bound to happen, bro.
At age, teenage age, high school age, kid age, college, you're going to make a lot of dumb decisions. And even in your adult years, there are people that are old as hell that make stupid decisions every day.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No, I agree with that, bro. And it's just, I don't know. I just had to put that out there because I think a lot of us get caught up. Maybe I'm speaking for just myself, but I think I speak for a lot of people when it says like when you get caught up in that rat race of life, you're looking at seeing what maybe you don't have and wish you had this, you didn't have that, instead of being like thankful for the present or just being in the present, being in the moment, and just enjoying the space that you're in. And then because I posted a picture from the thing we went to, at South by Southwest, and Cole commented on the thing, and he said the second slide like made him feel good. It was just me and Chase smiling in the picture, right? And I said, I can't help but smile because you just living in that moment. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you actually do that and you're actually in the present, it's like I feel like you enjoy life a lot more.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've been trying to focus on. Like, especially with like someone who, like, obviously I talk about this a lot, like someone who deals with anxiety a lot. Like, one of the biggest things that they always tell you is that like part of the issue with people who have anxiety, it's always been about the future and what could happen instead of like actually participating in what could happen now. You know what I mean? And like for me now, like now that like, you know, I've been dealing like with everything now, it's just like just being present and just being present with your friends, being present with life, everything that you're doing, it makes you appreciate things a lot more. Because since I have been present, I have been appreciating people and things a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, like you said, man, when you think about, I don't have anything to complain about now at this point, bro.
Yeah.
I have a great job. I make enough money to be able to pay my bills. I have a fucking home. I live in a home.
Yeah.
I have a fucking basement with a fucking big TV. I have a fucking refrigerator full of food. My fucking lights are on. Like, there are people that are a lot worse off than I am. So I really don't have anything to complain about, I feel.
Yep.
I agree with that 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, think about all of us at our ages, you know what I'm saying? You living on your own now, you know what I'm saying? And like, there are a lot of people that can't even fathom doing that or don't even have the ability to. So
yeah,
you know, you gotta be grateful for everything. It's like, you know, especially like R.I.P. to my guy, Coach Meany.
Yeah, R.I.P. Coach Meany.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
crazy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Coach Meany
You didn't
passed
know
away.
that?
When?
Bro, last week.
Last week. Was it 17th? It was on Dexter's birthday.
What?
Yeah, it was last Thursday.
Yep.
A week ago.
Yep. Day after he had met, like, we were just talking, what's crazy, bro? I don't even want, it's just crazy.
Oh, that's OD.
Yep.
That was our guy.
Coach Meany was one of our football coaches growing up.
That's
in high school. And you know what's crazy? Millz was talking to him the day before on his birthday.
Yeah, he had messaged. He's like, happy
He died
birthday.
the next day.
Not even 24 hours. I'm just like, because he messaged me that, and then Shannon put that in the group chat. I'm like, what?
Damn.
R.I.P. to my guy, man.
Yeah.
And he passed away on his way to school, on the way to his job.
That's what I said. That's why I talk about living in the moment.
Perspective,
bro.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
man.
It all circles back to that.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. But speaking of that, let's get into the Face of the Future song of the day, presented by MBT Network. Check out all our content on MBT Network on YouTube. You can stream the Face of the Future podcast on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you can stream podcast. The Faces of the Future song of the day comes from an artist out of Bronx, New York. His song Red Light is going crazy right now on Spotify, Apple, and all the streaming platforms. He goes by the name Elijah the Boy. Once again, this is Red Light, Elijah the Boy. Once again, that was Elijah the Boy, Red Light. Elijah the Boy, Red Light. He had a solid performance when we were down in South by at the event. So Toby saw him live.
Yeah, no, he had a little bit of swag to him. You know, why you got so many Bronx niggas for?
I think it just happened that way. Well, actually, nah. Our brand manager Dash, he's from New York too. So
that's why. So he probably got. Where in New York is he from?
I forget exactly where he's from, but you know what I'm saying. But that whole brand's like street culture. That type of thing. So it was only right.
Yeah, no, I see it. Makes sense.
Some sports. Where should we start?
Let's talk about the thing that we need to talk about first.
Okay, bring us in. Bring us in.
I don't know the whole story, but there is apparently a swimmer who is a transgender woman.
Mm-hmm.
When she was a swimmer as a man, and she was 400 ranked in the nation.
Something like that, yeah. Not very highly ranked,
yeah.
But.
And then when she did the transition into being a woman, she is now first in the nation.
She's NCAA champion, right?
Yeah.
She won the championship.
Yeah, she
correct?
won the championship.
And then there was a swimmer from the University of Minnesota, I think it was, who finished 17th. And she put out a whole statement saying like why she didn't agree with it, things of that nature, because she would have qualified for like the finals, things of that nature. Yeah. So the questions posed: where on the side of the fence do you guys stand when it comes to transgender athletes competing in one arena or the next?
Do you want me to settle this whole thing?
Let's just discuss it. Give me your thoughts. I want to have open discussion about it.
I'm not against any transgender person athlete competing at a high level.
Mm-hmm. They need to have their own category.
That is what I agree with.
So you're saying like transgender women should have their own like avenue of sports, transgender men should have their own avenue of sports, then they have the men's league, the women's league.
Yes,
so 4 leagues essentially.
Yeah, because if you're going from a man to a woman, you're at a competitive advantage already.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just because of the way you're naturally built, just off of like
body structure built.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know if I necessarily think that that's fair for the natural born woman athletes. I don't know if it's necessarily fair for them. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but it's one of those sticky situations. I mean, again, they should definitely be allowed to compete. They're still athletes at a high level. They just need their own category.
Because my thing is, and I'm not gonna jump deep into this, but I know that for transgender men, you can take the testosterone pills, and you develop a body that would be more masculine, right? Mm-hmm. My whole thing is that I could be wrong on this. Whoever's experiencing this can correct me, please. Like, I actually want to learn. If a man takes someone like LeBron James, for example, who's a freak athlete, he decided to become a transgender woman. If he took enough estrogen, I don't think he's losing the muscle mass or he's losing that as much.
It would take a long time.
Yeah. It would take a long time for it to happen,
especially because of the way that he's already built. Now.
Yeah, it'll take a longer time.
So that's my thing. It's like when you look at the conversation like that, it's like you said, Shann, it's not fair to women who are naturally born, because now if you're just dealing with a transgender woman, like say LeBron James, and using it as an example, you play basketball with them, like Dave Chappelle said, he gonna score like 300 points a game.
Especially with like her transition being so recent.
Yeah.
Because there are some like transgenders that have been doing or taking, the hormones, like you see their story, they're taking it for like 10 years. Now they completely look like a woman that was a man, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They transition.
I think at that level, you know what I'm saying? Once you get I think it might be a little bit more of an even playing field at that point, which you've been taking them for years and years and years, like a decade. But when you've been taking them for such a short period, I don't think that your body has fully transitioned to become more feminine yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's really fair for the other women that are competing.
Did you guys see Boozie's interview with Vlad? Did you see what he said? He said,
I forgot what he said.
He made a statement.
I saw headlines about it.
Yeah, no, he just made a statement about like he thinks this is gonna become a trend where people are gonna just start like
transitioning just to be good at the other sport.
To be a good at sport. I don't think it's gonna be like that.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad either, and that's just so like unethical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you trying to make profit off of it?
Yeah, that's just unethical. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people that really are doing that for the right reasons for themselves, and to use it because of that. I mean,
but my thing is that we're in America. When has anybody ever not done anything unethical to get what they wanted?
True. I mean, that's just extreme.
Sorry.
That's just so extreme.
Yeah,
I mean, it's up for debate. It's been a hot topic. So, but there are also, there are competitors as well that came out and were fine with it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
No, I mean,
I don't think the 17th place person is the person to come out and say something like that. In my opinion, I understand. I understood the sentiment, but it's like, bro, you're complaining because you didn't get 16th place. Stop.
Yeah.
No, for real.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but it's like, come on, bro.
Definitely.
I agree that I think everybody should be able to compete, man. Everybody should be able to compete. There should be their own, like everybody should have their own leagues, in my opinion. Even the playing fields. That way we don't have these complaints and debates. You know what I'm saying?
It's either that or they have to wait for a certain period of time after their transition to compete.
Because my only thing is this. Because there was a comparison. What was the track athlete who was naturally, she was a woman,
the Kenyan woman,
yeah, the Kenyan woman,
and she was just naturally born with a little more testosterone in her body, and her levels were a little high, and they wouldn't let her compete. But in the same sentiment, you let someone who's transgender compete. Like, it wasn't because her levels were lower, or like what was the difference?
I don't know.
I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like how that makes sense.
Yeah,
like I'm ignorant to it. That's why I was asking the question. I didn't know if you guys knew or not.
There's definitely whatever rules they have in place, to make it, for her to be able to compete. But it is what it is. It's the world we live in today. It's 2022.
Yeah.
That kind of shit is common nowadays. It's like the same story a couple of years ago that it was a young boy that transitioned to a girl and was like became like the most dominant wrestler in all of girls Texas like wrestling.
They're a track athlete too, I think.
Yeah, and just like totally dominated. You know what I'm saying? And and this was a couple of years ago that this happened. So
I didn't know that. I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
But
it's the world we live in today.
But I think it's just part of just like you said, the evolution of the world at the end of the day, bro.
Is.
It'll all get settled out, it'll all get figured out. But at the end of the day,
I'm glad I don't have to be the one making those decisions.
You said what?
I'm glad I don't have to be the one making those decisions on that.
Because like, what do you think? Like LeBron James, what you said scenario that you was interesting. Like, what if it was like basketball? Like, you remember what was the movie called? This is not to be comedy, but it was Joanna Man or whatever. Like what if that's what I when Toby was saying that? But it is what it is. It's right there. What?
That movie is crazy.
The movie is crazy, but that's what Boozy was trying to get. I didn't agree. I'm like, Boozy, you're just being wild.
A lot of kids
there
could be a lot of kids that don't even know what that movie is.
Yeah, but I'm just like, Boozy, you're drawing now. Like he was going overboard.
But it's Boozy though. He always says shit like that.
Yeah, but he's be overkill for no reason. Yeah. But
so it's a lot of shit going on in the rest of the world of sports, and we about to get a live finish on this game here. Shout out to St. Peter's.
Shout out to St. Peter's versus Purdue.
But it's a lot going on. It's a tournament. It's been a crazy NFL offseason.
Yeah.
Ben
sick.
Simmons got traded from the Sixers finally, so we gotta talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
NBA playoffs start in like 20 days.
Yeah, it's about to be crazy.
So it's about to be crazy.
I'm trying to go to a playoff game.
So let's just start off with the Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins.
Lord, why did you do that to me?
Deshaun Watson.
Browns.
Get to deal with the Browns.
We gotta talk about that deal.
Russell Wilson
got traded to the Broncos.
To the Broncos.
Khalil Mack got traded
to the Chargers.
Devontae Adams got traded
the
to
Raiders.
Aaron Rodgers came back.
Our division is the best division in football. Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down.
There's a lot going on.
I'm definitely watching all those games.
Kyler Murray had a situation. Amazon Prime is taking over Thursday Night Football.
I thought they had Thursday.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Exclusively on Amazon
Okay,
Prime.
okay.
Al Michaels left Sunday Night Football.
To go to Amazon?
Kirk Herbstreit also.
Yeah, I saw
going
Kirk
to
Herbstreit.
Amazon. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman left Fox to do Monday Night Football.
Dang. A lot of...
Damn.
A lot of
they left Fox?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know that?
See, I didn't see that
Joe
news.
Buck and Troy Aikman left Fox to
See,
join
these
Monday Night
moves in the
Football.
media is like, to me, is like, I mean, to us too, all of us, it's just like moves watching like NBA trades
is,
and stuff
it
like
is.
that.
It
Like,
is.
And it's all about bread.
it's all about bread.
Now, like, not only does Fox lose Joe Buck for football, now they lose him for the World Series baseball.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
who's gonna take that over?
Fox? I
Yeah,
don't know. So now it'll be Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth doing Sunday night games.
Will Kirk Herbstreit still be allowed to do College Game Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got like $100 million, bruh. I think more than that.
100
Man,
mil?
Yeah.
He's not even the best commentator though.
In college?
Kirk Herbstreit?
Yeah. Who's
He's
the
just a
best in
big
college?
name.
Who's the best in college?
Gus Johnson.
You think Gus is the best? But he doesn't do the same kind of commentary that
But
Kirk
I'm
does.
saying like overall, both sports.
Because like Joel Klatt does.
Gus is the most entertaining.
I like Gus too.
I just like.
Gus is one of my favorites.
Like he makes the game
He's
like
animated.
Yeah, he reminds me of Stuart Scott a little bit.
He's very
You
animated.
feel me? Like Stuart Scott-esque.
Yeah.
Nobody can match Stuart Scott, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Very animated.
Okay, Gus Johnson. Maybe he's just my favorite.
Yeah,
maybe
no,
not.
he's one of mine, and he has a distinct voice.
Yeah.
Kirk does X's and O's. He does like Tony Romo.
He does, but
Troy Aikman.
no knock on Kirk,
You know
but
what
I
I'm
don't think
saying?
he's. I don't know.
He's the top guy in college.
Namesake. Like, do
He's
you enjoy?
not the top guy.
Do you enjoy listening to him call games?
I mean, I don't mind him. Like, if there's other guys, like, I'll listen to Joel Klatt call a game too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll listen to other guys. Like, you know, he just gets those big time games. You know what I'm
Respect.
saying? On ESPN, he's ESPN's top guy.
Who was the athlete that they had doing? Who was the cornerback that they had?
Akeem Talib.
Yeah. Heavy week.
Jonathan Vilma also.
Yeah.
He does color commentary too.
Yeah.
You know, there are
Do you
a lot
think
of players
Kaepernick's
that
gonna
went
get a
to-
shot from the Seahawks?
No.
I mean, he might get a shot in camp.
They
might
said
get
Pete
an
been calling him.
opportunity.
They said Pete been calling him.
He might get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's get to the real question with this football stuff. All right,
What's the
y'all
real
ready?
question?
The real question. Where do you think the Chiefs land now that Tyreek Hill is out of the equation?
The Chiefs.
In the
Hold on,
division.
I'll
In the
just
division.
know
let
what?
Moose go ahead.
Hold
In
on,
the-
no,
in the
wait,
division.
no,
I want
wait,
real
no,
spill.
You
In the
also
division.
lost Tyrann Matthew too.
Before we
Tyron's a free agent.
before we even talk about the Chiefs, can we please give me my flowers? Because I said
Oh my gosh.
no, wait, Shannon. I said yes or no.
What?
I said this was the year that they're gonna figure out the Chiefs. Yes or no?
They didn't get figured out.
This is not why this move was made. Bro.
No, I'm not talking about the move. I'm not
How did
talking
we
about
get
the-
figured
I'm
out?
I'm talking about last season, before off season. Did I not say that they were gonna figure them out?
How did we get figured
Yeah,
out?
how did they get
How did
figured
we
out,
get
bro?
figured
What
out?
They got figured out throughout the season,
How we made it to the what? The AFC
Bro, they were-
Championship.
but they still got figured out. They were supposed to
in the
win.
AFC
We lost.
Championship,
But they
lost on a
played.
field
They
goal.
played like trash. They played like trash for
Bro,
half
did
the
you
season.
not see the game to get
But
them
did
to the AFC
Patrick?
Championship?
But did Patrick Mahomes did not fall apart in the second half
How did
What?
How did he fall apart?
of the AFC Championship game?
How
He
did he-
didn't.
Bro, that happens to the best ever.
They didn't figure him out.
Bro, they've been to what?
I
5
think-
straight AFC championships?
Yeah, but I still think they got figured.
It's very Donovan McNabb like. He just has a ring.
Don't this is how? He been to how many Super Bowls?
Hey, yeah.
How many Super Bowls has he been to?
Moose.
How many Super Bowls has he
Do
been
I have
to?
a point though?
Yeah.
Bro, out of
With
the
Andy Reid, do I have a point? I'm
no,
just
bro,
saying.
listen.
Oh,
I'm
no.
just
Out
saying.
of the last 5 years, how many Super Bowls have you been to?
How many have the Chiefs went to?
2 out of the last 5, right?
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
We won 1 out of 5,
won
right?
one, yeah.
How is that anything like Donovan McNabb?
But I said,
Stop trying to put the Eagles on the same. Stop trying to put Donovan McNabb on the same playing field as Patrick Mahomes. The disrespect is ridiculous.
No, what I'm saying is I said it's Donovan McNabb with a ring because McNabb got to a chip too. They just didn't win.
He just went to 1 chip though.
All right, you made it to 2, bro.
Okay.
You got trashed in one of them. They could have made it to.
We should have really went to 3 Super
But
Bowls.
what I'm saying is that always they're knocking on the door. Big Andy
Yeah.
Reid doesn't always get it done himself.
But he got it done though. He got over the hump.
He got one.
Big Red just got one. He's what 2 years? Look, Andy, I'm with you. Look, I'm with you, Andy.
He's 1-2 in chip games.
What are you? 2 years removed from a chip? 3 years removed from a chip, and you're already giving him slack?
I'm not giving him slack at all. This is what he's always done.
That's what happens, man. The standard changes when you get a ring.
All right.
The standard changes when you get a ring. I get it. Moose should know.
How would he know?
He's a Patriots fan, right?
Leave me out of this.
He's a Patriots fan, right?
Fugazi fan.
I'm not, bro.
That don't count.
How am I a Fugazi fan when I became a fan at 6 years old?
What you mean? You left when Tom left. You left when Tom
I'm still
left.
a Pats fan, but I'm still.
I ain't
but I'm a
tweet
fan
about
of
the
Tom.
Pats not one time all
bro,
season, bro.
What is there to tweet about?
Brady. They went to the playoffs.
And what happened? They got smacked.
It don't matter if it's your team. It's
They
your
still
team.
my team. Yeah, they still my team. I'm going to be like, yeah, they my team.
All I was trying to say is that I've seen this Chiefs thing before, bro.
What do you think is about to happen though? You think we're done? We think we're declining?
Hell no.
You're not done. You're all
Hell no.
Where do we finish in the division? That's the question.
No way.
In a division?
Yeah.
Third.
I think we wild card minimum.
Who you think is gonna win it? Denver?
Yeah.
Chargers.
You think the Chargers?
I think Denver's going.
I've been saying about the Chargers.
I agree with you now.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all division is out of pocket though. I was also thinking because there's so much parity around the entire league. They're going to add probably another playoff game.
They have to,
because all 4 of those teams can make the playoffs in your division. The whole division can make the playoffs. The Raiders, you got Devontae Adams and Derek Carr. You got Russell Wilson with Jerry Jeudy, Cameron Sutton, Tim Patrick.
Yes.
Then you got Mahomes, who still has Travis Kelce.
Still got Juju, got Miko Hardman.
Juju. You're definitely going to draft somebody that you have capital. You
got a running back.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Our defense is still solid.
You know what I'm saying? And then who's the other team?
Do you see the
Raiders?
Chargers. The Chargers are stacked.
Fucking Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Fucking Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. You just got Khalil Mack and Bosa. Your defense is going to be crazy.
Defense is dangerous.
J.C. Jackson.
Yeah, the defense is dangerous,
James.
bro.
You talking about the Chargers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are dangerous.
Shout out to St. Peter's.
You did. Shout out St.
Yeah,
I got distracted for a second. Shout out St. Peter's, bro. Jersey
on the map. Jersey winning in Philly.
Jersey.
But yeah, bro. I mean,
but
it is what it is.
So were you upset when you saw Tyreek Hill was traded?
Of course. Who would not be upset? I mean, I get it. I get why the move was made. We're pretty much we gave the cap space. Now we're gonna make moves to try to build.
So this is now where you see that Mahomes contract come into play.
Yeah, for sure. But we talked about it though.
But Tyreek Hill's also a one of a kind guy. You have to pay him top dollar.
Yeah, and we tried to give him more bread, but it still wasn't like the number that he was looking for, based on what I've read.
He deserves to be highest paid.
Yeah, what do you get? 120 mil?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we talked about this before though. There's a matter of time. We said probably roughly 1 to 2 years before they were going to break up, just money wise. And like you said, the Mahomes deal. I mean, he's guaranteed his bread, so got to make moves. But at the end of the day, do you think that's the biggest move that happened in the offseason so far?
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is a big deal too.
Can we also talk? Sorry, I gotta go off the Browns, bro.
You were the nah. What do you mean go off the Browns? You're the one that picked the Browns to go the farthest.
Yeah, bro.
No,
you said,
no,
you're a
no,
Browns stan. You're a Baker. You're a Baker stan.
Yeah, you're a Baker fan. Last year,
Baker.
No. Last year you said it was gonna be the Bucks and the Browns in a chip, bro.
Wait, I'm not even talking about from that aspect.
Both of your teams.
I'm not talking about from an actual playing aspect.
Very bad.
I'm talking about the contract that they gave Deshaun Watson. So that's how, if he doesn't play or he gets fined, he basically keeps all his money.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, he got a fully guaranteed contract.
But what I'm saying is that he only gets $1 million this year.
Oh, that's fine. He probably won't play a lot. He'll be suspended by the way.
But that's what I'm saying though.
Probably 8 games.
But that's what I'm saying because he's probably
almost half the season.
But that's what I'm saying. His contract is set up so he gets all $230 million. I think.
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
No, I guess what I'm trying to say is, yes, I understand it's guaranteed, but I'm saying because that money doesn't come in until year 2. Yeah. I just think that it looks nasty
on his end,
on the Browns and his end.
Well, I mean, they still have to protect themselves if God forbid something happens.
True.
Yeah,
you're still going through stuff in court, so that's probably just to
until
protect
everything's cleared up.
But he gets to year 2, he got $230 in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It just yeah.
End of the Baker Mayfield era.
Where do you think he lands?
Who cares?
Is his career's done?
Backup
for the career?
Backup to me.
I don't think he's a backup, but
where's he going to start at? What team?
Well, I mean, he can't start anywhere now.
That's what I said.
He can't start for any team in the league. of all the teams in the league, what quarterback would you like say? Oh, I would rather have Baker Mayfield.
You know what it is?
team?
Actually, no. You know what it is? Actually, this is what I'll say. You're right, but I think the issue is, I think it's because he has a first string quarterback personality.
That don't win you football games, buddy.
No. But it's like
I could argue the opposite.
No. I'm talking
Too
about
noisy for someone that.
But that's what I mean.
He doesn't move efficiently.
But that's what I mean
Discreet enough.
But that's what I mean.
He don't got it in him.
But that's what I mean. He has such a big personality where it's like if you bench him, it's still gonna be a. Let's say you use someone like Matt Ryan, hypothetically. If you put him behind Matt Ryan, the conversation is still going to be about Baker not playing versus Matt Ryan playing well.
It's not because Matt Ryan is a better quarterback than him.
But that's not. But
Baker's going to be once if Baker stays with the Browns, they're not going to be talking about Baker anymore.
I mean,
Deshaun is going to be the talk of the town, point blank period.
Doesn't
whether it's the case,
anymore.
whether him starting, whether it may be Baker,
who cares?
it's going to be it's Dunzo for him.
They're trying to find a way to trade him, bro. They're going to have to give him.
But nobody wants to take the
something.
contract on, right? He's
$18 million cap.
Yeah.
They're just gonna. It might take up until a training camp if somebody gets hurt.
But what I'm trying to say is that like for Baker, because of how he brings so much news headlines. Like obviously he's the first overall draft pick, but it's like I'm not saying by any means he has the talent to be a starting quarterback. I'm saying because of how much attention he garners. If you put that kind of guy who's still early in his career as a backup, there's still going to be some conversations about him.
I mean, there are, and then as soon as whoever
you
your
know what
starter
I mean?
is playing bad, it's going to say, oh, maybe you should start Baker. But I mean, that's just the media
Tell
world that we live in.
him to come to Philly.
But it's going to be
No.
Why not?
He going to get his ass beat in Philly.
You don't want to be a bird?
No.
Fly Eagles fly?
No.
You don't want Baker to dug you through South Street?
No.
Absolutely not.
Ew, Dougie down South Street.
That's what he be doing, right? He be
They gonna catch him at Escapables. They're gonna jump his ass. I'm telling you.
I don't want him in Philly, bro.
Respect.
We already got enough problems in Philly.
What do you mean we?
Dang, I'm a Philly head.
Since when? This nigga don't know what he wanted.
You don't know. One day he a Bucks fan.
I'm a Patriots fan since I was 6 years old. Get the fuck out of here.
Boy said we.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Philly. I'm always like when it comes to Philly, like if I'm not talking about the Bucks or I'm not talking about Tom Brady or the Pats, yeah, I'm gonna always say yeah.
I never heard you rep the Birds ever.
I'm just saying, but I'm saying that as
like I said, Fugazi.
I'm not Fugazi.
Mr.
So
Cat.
okay, who's your favorite team?
The Chiefs.
No, basketball.
The Rockets.
Okay, cool. If you're not having a conversation about the Rockets, you have a conversation about Philly, or you have a conversation about.
Okay,
But
that's my
he's
point.
not a fan.
I'm not. I was
But I'm not saying- but I'm
an
not-
Iverson fan. That's why.
But I'm not talking about. I'm not talking
I'm a
about it
Harden
as a fan.
That's why I talk.
I'm not talking about it as if I'm a fan. I'm saying, yo, if I'm going to talk about it from a perspective of someone who is a Philly fan, niggas got enough problems in Philly for us to bring Baker Mayfield in there. Like I feel like him and Howie Roseman will get into a fight.
We just don't need him.
Of course, I was just.
We
You
don't
know me. I was just gaslighting.
We don't need him.
I was. What happened to Carson? That's the real question, Shan. What happened? Where did Carson go? Where is Wentz? Where are you?
He is in Washington.
He's in Washington.
So, what's he gonna do there?
I mean, we'll see.
He's gonna get them to. He's gonna get them to be the first place in the division.
That's very likely.
It is
He's
like
gonna
very
be first
likely.
place in the division.
He's gonna
is
come. He's gonna
likely.
come back to Philly and do y'all in.
I hope he does.
You're a Carson fan.
I hope he does. I hope he lights him.
Tell everybody what you named your pup. Matter of fact,
Carson.
That's why you named him Carson?
Oh, I love Carson.
Absolutely not.
That's my man.
come here, Carson.
That's my puppy, man. I love him.
But all right,
I'm a Carson fan. I am.
But
let me ask you this though: where did the Eagles land in the division this year? Are they going to be a playoff team?
no, third place.
Third
place.
they have a chance because the division will be close again. Cowboys got worse this offseason.
Yeah.
Seeing the effects of that contract, I don't think he was worth that bread.
Yo, what are they doing there?
Where?
Like, what are they act like? Like, no. Honestly, like, that's you know what I'm saying?
I
It's
do
just
know
like,
what
what are
you're
y'all
saying.
doing? Like,
I can't.
and I'm not saying that as in like
bro.
I'm not saying this as like a they do it, but it's like I don't see what they
traded
doing.
away Amari Cooper and then
I don't get
paid
that.
Michael Gallup. You lost Cedric Wilson. Zeke's another year older. You lost your right tackle, La'el Collins. Tyron Smith is not going to give you 18 games
No.
at this point in his career.
No.
Zeke has another year. Tony Pollard might be better than Zeke at this point.
He is.
Is Zeke overrated?
He's overpaid.
He definitely overpaid now. He got the bread, and he just
Tony Pollard might be a better back than him right now.
Zeke,
He doesn't have that same offensive line he was running behind his first 2 years. You lost Randy Gregory, your other pass rusher.
Zeke's style of play, bro. I don't know. He just don't impress me.
And even Diggs, first team All Pro, most picks, most yards given up.
Yeah, you proved me
That
wrong.
was
You
my-
proved
I
me- you
keep
proved me
telling
wrong.
you, like that
You proved me wrong.
has to mean something.
I'll take the L on that. You're right. You're right.
it does mean something.
That has
It
to mean
does.
something. So I don't know. I mean, the
For every
Eagles,
play he made, every play he gave up.
the Eagles haven't made enough moves. I mean,
You need some people in that secondary, huh?
I think the Eagles are going to go heavy defense. I mean, I think they need to draft one more wide receiver.
Bobby Wagner's on the market, isn't he?
If they can get Bobby, they need to get Bobby. They need to get a linebacker, and they probably need to get
If Bobby came to Philly, that'd be crazy.
another corner or interior lineman. I would love for them to take Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson. That would make me extremely happy.
I already know.
That would make me extremely happy. But yeah, we'll see. I mean,
Who's your early predictions right now? Super Bowl.
I'm definitely feeling the Bills coming out of the AFC this
The
year.
Bills are probably the favorite to right now. The Bills
think?
are yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The Bills returned damn near their whole
Everybody.
team.
And they had Von Miller.
And they had
Actually,
Von Miller.
okay.
And
You know
they should have beat us too this in the playoffs. They got I don't know how they lost us.
They should have.
That game I was nervous the whole game.
You was.
I was super nervous.
Out of the NFC,
I don't know.
telling you,
it's either gonna be the Bucks or the Rams.
it might be Brady.
Yeah, bro.
Brady gonna coast.
I forgot about the Rams.
Brady
I forgot about the Rams.
I wouldn't count Brady out until he is done playing.
Okay, so actually, since we're here,
Because they added a lot of players too. this offseason.
who's in New Orleans right now?
nobody.
Jameis. They gave him a 2-year deal.
Can we talk about this real quick? Can we talk about the fact that Matt Stafford looked like Jared Goff in a Super Bowl?
At Stafford?
Yes.
I mean, game-winning drives say otherwise.
Yeah, that's what it said.
I mean, was that
The,
really?
the game changed for them once OBJ went out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, but
If he was in this, it's curtains for them.
Because now you can bracket Cooper Kupp, and now somebody else has to beat you, and now you're relying on a rookie and Van Jefferson to beat you in the Super Bowl.
oh yeah,
You know what
nah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure. But
So things change. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I guess I looked at it as I feel like Jared Goff still could have made a lot of those throws that Matt Stafford was making. I just personally,
Matt Stafford made some plays.
I don't know, bro.
because he threw two picks.
He's not as
But he threw two bad picks.
But he's not as mobile as Matt Stafford
Okay,
is.
yeah,
he's
true.
not as good of. He can't make all the throws that Matt Stafford.
You see that no look throw he played?
Like Jared Goff can make all the throws, but like your eye test tells you that it looks different when Matt Stafford's playing.
I get what you say. Yeah, because like at least with Matt Stafford, I'll admit this with him. Like there's a lot more confidence behind the same throws.
A lot more confidence. Is Jared Goff looks very mechanical. Like
Yeah.
very like
It's not natural.
like like the word I'm looking for is like he's very reliant on his fundamentals and his mechanics.
Yeah.
As far as Matthew Stafford is talented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like what if you were to compare like the same way. Like that's how Brady he relies on his technique as
Yes.
opposed to like Aaron Rodgers, who's just
Exactly.
gifted.
When Aaron Rodgers just fling it from anywhere. Brady's much more mechanical and articulate and fundamental.
100%.
So it'll be a good draft. It'll be a crazy NFL. It's been a lot of movement this this offseason, but we got to talk NBA.
Let's get into the NBA.
James Harden is on the Sixers.
I have a reason to watch the Sixers now.
They just
I've always loved him too.
You know me. I'm a Hardest fan.
I've
so-
always wanted him since last year. I wanted him
I'm a Hardest
originally.
But they need to pick it up though.
if they need to fix one thing, they need to fix their transition. They need to fix their transition.
No, they need to figure out what they need to do with Tobias. That's what they really need because
Tobias is going to be gone.
he's just standing on the court. He's not doing nothing.
He's going to be gone.
He's standing in the corner,
He
not
doesn't-
doing
He
nothing.
doesn't give them enough.
and I say this, and
He doesn't fit their offensive flow now at all.
And I said this on Twitter before they
That's why I
made
don't
the
think they'll
trade.
still don't win the chip.
That was my thing too. I said this before they made the trade. Granted, I understand why they made the trade, but I would have not given up Seth Curry.
In
Neither
a
have I.
perfect world,
Seth should not have gone.
in a perfect world, they would have just done the trade straight up, Ben for a fucking James.
That was never going down like that though.
I don't know why it couldn't have.
It
it
wasn't.
really could have.
I don't think it
I
was
don't know
ever going
why
to
it
go down
couldn't
like
have,
that,
bro. Because you have two players,
That don't
two
want to be there.
superstars that don't want to be where they are.
But it changes that James is a different player than.
I agree with you.
That's why.
I agree with
you
you.
lose
But I could
scoring
also,
when
I could
you
also use the youth of a Ben Simmons because here's my thing, right, with the Nets. Now that they have Kyrie back,
Yeah.
if they're all clicking and Ben Simmons is just a glorified Draymond Green like he should be, now he doesn't have to play point guard. Now he can really just facilitate, be another 7-footer on the floor with KD, with jumping behind you, anchoring the defense, taking the other team's best perimeter defender, and you got KD and Kyrie who are just unguardable.
Facts.
While you're sneaking in, you're easily 28 and 14 or 13 every single night. They might be an unbeatable team.
That's it.
They might have too much down the stretch.
Yeah.
Too much star power.
Yeah.
If everything goes according to
But
plan.
I think if Seth's playing too, though, it makes a big difference. But the reason they couldn't be straight up though is because if you just trade straight up Harden for Simmons, you lose a lot of offense, in my opinion.
But you still have KD and Kyrie.
Yes, but adding Steph, you saw what they did the other night. KD had what 40. One of them, Kyrie had 43. KD had like 36, and they still lost.
That's because they're a bad defensive team.
They are a bad defense.
But that's what I'm.
And also, both of these teams, like, who they lose to?
Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies, I think. Was it the Grizzlies?
The Grizzlies.
Better
No.
bench than the Nets, would you say?
Of course, yeah.
That matters too.
Yeah, but a lot of people in there, the Nets can't stay healthy either. A lot of like
But
Curry,
I'm saying, if everything
Curry
was
hasn't been
clicking
playing.
for them, and Ben Simmons has a herniated disc in his back, so
Yeah, that might be. Yeah,
he might not be playing at all.
For the rest of the season, you think?
that nigga not
Damn.
playing for the rest of the season.
Maybe
bro.
not. But I mean, look, James Harden, man, I need you to bring a chip to the city, bro.
Let me ask you. I need your predictions.
Mhm.
Who's coming out the East? Who's coming out the West?
It's gonna be the Bucks or the Sixers.
I don't need oars. I need. All right, let's go Eastern Conference, Western
Sixers.
Conference Finals first.
It's gonna be the
Sixers, Bucks in the Sixers, Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, people are sleeping on the Heat.
Nah, I don't think it's the
Bucks,
Heat, bro.
the Bucks and the Heat are going to have to go through each other, so it's going to be one of those matchups.
It's gonna be the Bucks and the Sixers in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Who? Bucks and the Sixers? I'd be okay with that. We don't have a Giannis stopper, but I'd be.
Is it almost guaranteed that the Nets are going to be on the Sixers side? They're probably going to play each other.
Probably.
That's going to be. I'm going to try to get tickets to that series.
It's going to be a great
That
matchup.
shit
Look,
going to be crazy. I hope Ben play.
the Sixers could easily go out in the first round to the Nets. Easily.
Hope they don't.
I think it's going to be.
Easily.
I don't know if the Sixers make it out this year.
I think next year will be the year that they put a team together, a team.
Talking about Sixers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Giannis.
After they get rid of Tobias, shore up their bench, bring in somebody else.
Yeah.
I think next year will probably be their best year, but I think they have a shot this year
Who?
because Embiid really is unstoppable.
He is unstoppable. Is he the? All right. I'm gonna ask you that question.
Yes.
I'm asking you.
Yes.
Well, who's coming out the West? And then I'm gonna ask you the question. I'm gonna ask him as both of these.
Coming out the West is going to be the Suns and the Warriors. But I love the Grizzlies, bro.
I don't think the Grizzlies get there this year.
Too young.
They're too young, but I think
I'll take Warriors. Sun.
I'll be honest. I think that if the Warriors play the Lakers, they probably gonna lose.
and Brown and them gonna make a little run. I think
I hope they do.
They not making a run.
Because
not
if,
a deep
if,
run.
if,
I'm not
if,
saying a deep run.
if
but
They're
LeBron,
not.
If LeBron goes to the second round, that'll be my prediction of who comes out.
I'll say this.
If LeBron and them make it to the second round, the Lakers are going to the finals.
Facts.
I will say.
Facts. They make it out. It's all over. If Bron smell blood, it's all over. I'm trying to tell you. If he smell blood, it's all over.
I love
For
Bron.
me.
And AD is back. LeBron,
Bro, I'm trying
LeBron will
to. If Bron get a snip, if he gets to the second round, and they say they up 2-1.
I don't think
gonna
that they're.
see it.
I don't think that they're beating any other.
He'll-
I don't
he'll
think
go-
that they're beating any other team right now in the playoffs, even with AD, except for the Warriors.
go to 0 dark 30. No social media.
If they're healthy, if AD can stay healthy, which I think he's gonna be healthy,
They're probably saving for playoffs. Come
Yeah,
back for
I
the
think so
playing
too.
tournament, and then play in the playoffs, and then you go at it.
bro, you see the gear Bron's been in this last month. He's averaging
leading-
like damn near 40
He's leading the league in scoring.
at 37.
He's going to pass Kareem, bro.
I
Like,
got
we have seen the greatest scorer in the history of the game.
Yep.
The best, most efficient player, Mr. 27, 8 and 8 every single night for 20 years in a row.
That's unheard of.
Mr. Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I need to know what game he's gonna be in because they said it's gonna be like
It'll be
50
like
games.
yeah, it'll be towards the end of the year, but
I
the
need to know what
most
game.
points in NBA history. LeBron
Yeah.
is going to go down as having the most records in the history of the league.
I'm saying I need-
Decorated,
That's why
best
I
decorated
say-
hooper.
That's why I say he's the best player I've ever seen with my own two eyes.
Is he the greatest of all time?
Yes.
To me, he's
Yes.
the best basketball player to ever play the game.
That's the GOAT.
That's the GOAT.
I'm saying
To me.
I need to know what game he's playing.
I don't know.
I hope it's if it's in New York, I'm buying them tickets, bro.
Yeah, all right.
I'm making
them joints gonna be like
LeBron just does the most, bro.
Nigga, I pay.
Yeah, bro. When you compare, when you look at it over history of time.
And then when you just look at him in general, and if you ever see him play live, bro.
Remember I showed you the clip of him just in a gym?
Yeah.
Just running open run.
Like when you see him play live in a game, it just like everything just looks different. Like he's a different type of dude that's 6'8", 250 pounds, but like he's like a fucking tight end.
Yeah. Hooping. When he punched on Kevin Love.
Coming downhill.
You punched on him.
You know what I mean?
Kevin, you didn't see him dunk on Kevin Love?
Oh, you're not seeing that. Yeah,
That boy took flight.
Best player I ever seen play.
So is Embiid better than Jokic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like that?
This year, I think he's been better than him.
People like Jokic.
Last year, Jokic probably had the edge on him, but Embiid's just been unstoppable this year.
Jokic is just
MVP.
Jokic is just flashy. He got the little
because
trickster.
the reason that Joel is so much better is because he gives you that anchor defensively as well.
Yeah.
Like you can rely on him to play both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Like there aren't many players that can go both ways, like a Jimmy Butler or somebody that can give it to you both ways. Like not only can I anchor defensively down here, but from the low post, I can completely control the entire game offensively and give you 40 from the block.
Yeah. That's true.
And then go down the other end and totally not let your guards get anything easy and grab 14 boards.
On a sleepy night.
And then grab the boards, and I'm taking it coast to coast and getting dimes and shit too.
Yeah.
So I mean, this year he's been the best player in the league.
Is consensus? You think?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of good players. Like D Book has been balling.
You think Ja up there or nah?
Ja hurt.
Ja would be up there if he wasn't hurt as much. But D Book's
been hooping, but they don't give D Book credit either.
DeMar DeRozan, Jokic too. I mean, Jokic, Giannis, like LeBron. They can really give
LeBron
it to
could be every year. Essentially, he is the most valuable player to his team because the Lakers is done.
Yeah, not facts.
We can't bring up DeMar. When was the last time the Bulls played?
I think he actually might be hurt too.
Let me ask you this: are you surprised by how good Melo is playing, LaMelo Ball?
No. It's the same thing that happened with whatchamacallit, with Luka. You go play overseas where they play physical. They don't be calling fouls as much. You come to the league where they don't play like that. It's a completely different situation. Like I saw it coming. Like it's a cheat code. That's why
LaMelo's a star.
Yeah,
that's why LeVar made him
he's
go
about to be
play
the face.
over there.
I think he's about to be the face of the league.
He's about to be a star, bro.
One of the faces of the league, because the league's in good hands, bro. We're seeing that transition.
Him, Luka, Anthony Edwards,
Ja,
RJ
Jason,
had a good year.
Jason Tatum.
You know what I'm saying? Like the league is in
Book,
good hands.
all of them. I'm excited.
Donovan Mitchell.
As like our
and the Cavs had a great season.
Oh, I forgot about the Cavs.
Darius Garland.
Yeah.
Who's their point guard?
Darius Garland.
Yeah.
They had a really good season.
They're like a top 4.
They're top 4.
Seed.
Yeah. They did really good.
They're gonna be cooking.
Yep.
But that's all I got for this episode, man.
That's all I got.
Do we miss anything? I think we covered.
I'm sure we did.
But we'll come back and we'll cover some more. It was good. It was a good return.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Good opening episode. Longer episode than normal, but it was just good to be back. Like I said, if you're a first time listener, man, let us know what you guys think of this podcast. We got a lot more episodes to tap into. 9 more episodes this season, man. Leave some comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Make sure, like I said, you subscribe to us on all of our channels, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and tap into everything Face of the Future podcast. That's all we got for this episode. Episode 81 of the Face of the Future podcast. It's your boy Millz.
It's your boy Shann.
It's your boy Man Some Moose.
Peace.